Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another tutorial here on the Art Lucas channel. And today we're going to learn how to draw Boruto and Naruto. This drawing you're seeing here is in a slightly different style, alright? So let's get our video started, but you already know, right? Leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Well guys, here's the thing. I'm going to leave it as if there's a drawing down here. Look so you can see, so you can understand how the sketch works, right? Notice over there, I made the circle and will divide it here. That line of sight is the same one dividing the two characters. If you notice a bit of the eye down there, see? It's very light, but you can see where we're going to fit each part of the drawing in our sketch. So it's a tutorial, kind of like there's a guideline there for us to follow. But at the same time as we follow these lines, I'll also be giving you several tips. Alright, like the face. The face wasn't showing much here, but then we pulled it down a little bit, see? So let's start here in a really easy way so you can understand. We're going to start by drawing the ear here. We're going to start by drawing Boruto, then we'll draw Naruto, alright? And then we're going to make a really strong line here, right on the face, see? It's already a final line. And here we have the bandana. Look, the bandana goes a little above the line, right at the eyes. See, what do I think? The round sketch is the best sketch to draw Naruto characters. Why? Because their faces are already kind of round, kind of oval, you know. So with the round sketch, we can work better with it. And now what are we gonna do? The eyebrow, look at that. See, some parts you won't be able to see 100%, right? A guideline back there, but what happens, right? With the round sketch, you can fit your character better, right? To draw him, why? The round sketch already has it predefined, where you're going to draw the eyes, nose, mouth, so you don't get lost in the drawing. See, and then Boruto's eye here, look. We'll do it this way since we'll color it in later. Alright, and then we make two little lines here, and let's do it here, right? This mark he has here, see? And look guys, the nose is just a little line, and the mouth too, see? It's really simple, there's no secret, it's really easy to do. Let's do this strand of his hair here so we can draw the bandana afterwards. And now if you notice, our drawing is going to go a little outside of that initial sketch. Not the bandana part yet, but the hair part is where we're going a little outside, right? From our predefined sketch here at the beginning of the video. So what happens? Since we work most of the time within the sketch, there's no way to go wrong, guys. But let's do the following. If you still have doubts about how a sketch works and you want to learn how to create your own characters using your imagination, do the following. First link in the description for you to become my drawing student. I'm waiting for you, okay? And here, the symbol of the leaf village, we already draw it on both sides because one will complete the other here, okay? And that's it, guys. See how easy it was to draw Boruto, right? Just by following our sketch. And we left it kind of in the background so you can understand how it's working, right? We create the drawing. And then we finish up the bandana there and start here on the right side to finish the nose.
And then what do we do, guys?
We're going to follow exactly the same line here, look, from the bandana. So we can get it 100% right and one continues into the other. See? So you follow the line next to Boruto going over to Naruto's side just right. And then we finish here, look at the bandana, and then we make 3 circles here, and then we'll start working here. Look at the hair, look at this really small strand of hair. Now we also make Naruto's ear here, look. I'm just reinforcing it a little there, and then we finish the ear, see? The details inside the ear are already done, and then we reinforce this part of the jaw here, see? Making it nice and neat. And now let's do the first eyebrow, right? And then we pull it up to the bandana and now it's the eye, guys. Since they're two different characters, the eyes don't have to be exactly the same size, right? If it were just one character here, then yes, it would have to be. If you have doubts about how to draw eyes the right way, you know what to do, right? First, the link in the description, because in my course, I'll teach you the right way to draw eyes with the same proportions and the same size. Eyes that are really identical, which is ideal for when you're making a drawing. Next, draw 3 small lines and connect them here, just like the ones Naruto has on his face. Alright, now to finish, look at the nose. The mouth is done with the same line, but here it's a short upward line, see? So guys, what happens now? Shall we do Naruto's hair? Look, it's super easy. 2 little strands, 3, and that's it. Look, the others go here in the middle of the hair. Look, perfect. Let's just finish up here. Check out the hair on the bottom part. Look. Draw the neckline, then we can add his clothes. Remember, we can use just one line. Look, to finish the clothes, that's why I didn't finish Boruto's clothes, because it's a single line, see? And then we draw Boruto's neck and finish his clothes. Very easy. And then you just draw the collar of Naruto's clothes here, pull it down, and add the final touches. Perfect, guys. See how easy it was to make this drawing? Let me know in the comments if you found any part difficult, okay? Let's start outlining our drawing now, right? And here, we're using a 0.5, so sometimes we go over the same spot several times to make the line thicker, because that's how we do it, right? We can alternate between thicker lines and at the same time slightly thinner ones. That's why I like to use the 0.5, because we can work like this, going over it a few times, reinforcing the line. And then we finish up, right? This artwork that we're making in this video. Go ahead and leave in the comments what's the next drawing you want to see here on the channel. Do you want to see something like this drawing? Let me know which characters you want to see here. I'm thinking about bringing the next tutorial a drawing of Kakashi and Obito. Now we're starting to color our drawing. We're going to use super soft color here. I'm using brown to make the shadows on the faces of both characters, and we're going to use the same pencils. And then I reinforce those shadows a little with red to give it a warmer pigmentation, right? In the drawing, and then I took the skin tone here that comes with the Faber, right? Which would be that light pink. And then I reinforced the shadows, and with it I went over the entire skin with a layer. See? And then right next to Boruto, did you see that I left a white part? That's the part we're going to work on there. That effect he has here, kind of blue, kind of purple, see? But guys, I also used a white pencil here on the skin, just to blend the skin pigmentation better. And this part I mentioned, see? I did it in blue. Then I'll get it here, right? A pencil that's a bit more towards purple, kind of lilac, and I'll create an effect. See? But before that, we're finishing the eye, making a gradient with the blue. See? And then I'll take the blue and apply it a little more intensely. To finish that part, let's start the hair with light brown, dark yellow, and finally light yellow to finish the hair. Alright, and guys, for the bandana part, I used markers here, shades of gray and black on the fabric part of the bandana. Alright, and then I already went over the other parts with black and started working on Naruto here, right? A gradient of light orange, dark orange, and also 2 shades of yellow, a light yellow and a dark yellow, right? And then we finish up and look how our drawing is turning out. To finish, I'm going to take the eraser, create a shine effect on these parts, and go over it with white. Alright, so guys, what did you think of today's drawing? Leave a comment about what you want to see next here on the channel. Alright, well, that's it. Check out our final result. A simple yet cool drawing, right? I'm a huge fan of Naruto, so I really enjoy bringing videos related to the anime. Alright? Well, that's it. See you in our next video.